Hola, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos. Estamos aquí en Viva Latinos y dicen, oye, la instalación, el background, nada, estamos en directo. No voy a presentar a Blanca porque Blanca está aquí. En esta ocasión estamos aquí con un súper invitado. Blanca, el programa de hoy va a ser...
en inglés.
Perfecto. Y cuéntanos, ¿cómo has estado?
Muy bien, gracias, Giuseppe. Muy contenta de que ahora ya te tenemos aquí en Edmonton y bueno, pues vamos a tener el día de hoy como invitado a Alex. Él es egresado de nuestro programa de auxiliar de enfermería y este programa, como lo mencionamos al principio en la introducción, va a tener que ser en inglés porque Alex no habla español.
Welcome, Alex.
Thank you for having me.
We are happy to have you in our program. First of all, where are you from? Where are you coming in Edmonton?
I'm originally from Jamaica and came here on a working program. And when I came here, I was in Edmonton. So Edmonton become my home now.
Excellent.
Alex, we were speaking before about your journey here since you moved from your country, Jamaica, and you told us that your passion is cooking. However, now you are in another field that I think is also your passion.
Yeah.
Can you please tell the people that is watching us now, how did you decide to change? I mean, as a human beings, we have many passions, right? Maybe music, arts, cooking, but for you specific, Alex, how did you decide to finally take healthcare aid? Because I remember I've been, like I know you since a while ago, and Alex come to study, Alex, please come to study, and one day you call me back and say, Blanca, I'm ready to start school.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm originally a certified cook back home in my country in Jamaica. Mm-hmm. And when I came in Canada, I came here and met the house program. I love cooking. Cooking is my passion. And I came here to Makami a couple of years ago. I wanted to upgrade to a higher level. Mm-hmm. And I remember when I came here, I spoke to you and you said, yeah, we'll be having culinary going and we'll get you your red seal because I wanted my red seal so I can be able to work in those high class restaurants and hotels like Hotel McDonald's as a chef. And when I came here, you told me you guys are working on it. So, just give you guys a few more months or years and it'll get me in. And then boom, COVID hits the floor and something happened where, the kitchen wasn't, finished because of what happened, with lots of health reason why this couldn't go on. So while COVID was going on, I'm like, lots of people lost their jobs and healthcare is the only one that's standing. So I might have to take a reevaluate myself to see where I would want to see myself in the next 5 years from now. If I'm going to be finding myself into the field that I love, where in case COVID hit again, I'm out of a job, sitting home, which nobody likes sitting home. So I said, all right, let me see. I came here and I was thinking about I would do the massage. And I said, no, that's not for me. I don't think I like it. I came here and I did the orientation. And after they finished, I'm like, no, this is not for me. So I go back and I look I remember I spoke to Blanca, very good advisor. And anyone who is watching, trust me, this is a lady to talk to. She will get you to where you want to go. Anyways, I talked to her and I said, I want to do something because it doesn't seem like the kitchen is going to kick off. And said, Alex, why don't you try healthcare aid? I'm like, healthcare aid, I don't think I like that, but I will try. When I think about it, I go home and I said, I love seniors. And if I do healthcare aid, that would be a good field for me to change to get into because when COVID hits, Healthcare was the only thing standing. They're looking for people. No one could get in unless they are fully trained to do what to do. And I said, you know what, I'm going to do the healthcare aid. And when I started it, I'm like, this is not for me. And I remember speaking to Blanca, and Blanca's like encouraged me, and the other instructors there, they pulled me aside. I won't mention why I said it wasn't for me, but she knows, others knows. But anyway, they pulled me aside and they talked to me and then encouraged me and said, you know, if you have a passion to work with seniors, this would be a good fit for you. You know, you'll show compassion and all of that would be good. And I'm like, okay, let me think about it. Let me keep coming to the college and keep learning. And amongst the instructors, I just feel good to be in this field. I decided this is a field that I want to be in. It makes me, I work another job where I work like night shift, like 3:30 in the morning until sometime like 2:30 going up. And then I should be at the college here at 5 o'clock. So it was a little bit tight, but I make it work because I'm saying, if you want, in our country, said if you want good, your nose are thrown. That means if you need to achieve something, you have to work hard towards it. And I keep going. The course was a little bit challenged, but it wasn't challenging because they're with you every step of the way. Makami, the instructors here, they use their time when they should be home with their family to make sure we achieve the goal that we wanted to achieve, right? And I finished the course, and they helped me we had to pass a provincial exam. And if we don't pass the provincial exam, then we know all our 10 months that we do will be in vain. But it's just like being in the army. They leave no man behind. They make sure that, you're on it. They give us tough love. But at the end of the day, it's for our own good. The instructors here are very awesome. And I would say anybody who want to, get into the healthcare or massage or whatever the case is, Makami is a place to go. They're even trying to have a daycare or something here also. I mean, if you work a job that, you feel like I just want to change to something else, I mean, Makami will make sure that you get to where you want to go. The instructors there is good.
Alex, how much Makami help you about to the exam, the certification? Because that's very important. How much tools you have from Makami and in practice to present that complicated? Because I know most people when they apply this test, most people is not pass. That's correct, Blanca?
Correct. Yes, I think you have to be dedicated. And Alex, I think, is also a very good example that dedication, discipline. He was mentioning, I have to go to work, go to sleep a few hours, being on time at the school. I think it's a commitment too. But Alex went through all that. If Alex, you can explain it to us.
Yes. To be honest with you, it wasn't an easy run, but I pulled it through. Because when I have my module to do, and the way it's set up, you have to pass this level before you can go to the next level. If they Makami realize the instructors that you're struggling, once you tell them they have something in place where they can help you. So you can, the support system here is very good, right? And as you were asking the question about the provincial exam, it's 100 questions, and it wasn't easy, but we were trained the way how we were trained. To me, when I sit down, it looked easy to me, because when I sit down and everything that I had studied and that I was taught, and I just put it in perspective and get it done. Because I'm saying to myself, if I fail, it's gonna look bad. It's gonna look bad on me to know that I have to go resit, and if you fail 3 times, you're done. And I'm like, I'm not gonna done. I'm gonna done, yes, but pass it and get it over with.
So finish that part of the
yes.
Of the
and yeah, so when we finish the 10 months, they have an instructor, Christine, that prepare us for the provincial exam.
Mm-hmm.
And Christine, she's very nice also, but she makes sure that she's on the ball.
Okay.
If she realizes that you're not ready to write the provincial exam, she will tell you. They still need to tweak a little thing here and there before you do, because they want you to pass. And so that's what I do. I follow every steps that they set for me to follow so I can pass. And that's why I pass the exam.
How much changed your life, Alex's life, before Makami and after Makami?
Changed before. Before I was like, even though I have my culinary skills and all of that, I was a little bit worried because I'm like, I'm into a different country, and you know, the way of how we prepare, we cook back home is totally from how they cook here, right? If you know, everybody knows us for our jerk chicken. We make sure we add this, we make sure it's ready, right? But I'm not saying they're cooking here, but everywhere is different. And when I think about that, I'm like, you know, maybe I will go do the culinary, and you know, who knows? I'm out of a job, whatever, who knows? And I was a little bit worried what would happen if I go into a restaurant or somewhere where I'm trying to put out my skill and somebody maybe don't like it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was worried about that. And then when I come into Makami now and do my rotation change to healthcare aid, I'm more happier now to know that when I'm in the home or in the hospital helping, because I'm a nursing assistant helping, I feel more happier to know that I'm doing something for a senior, somebody who need me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel more appreciated, put it that way, when I'm going to be in this field working. And when I did, I would send out a resume and I got accepted for a job. And boom, as I sit down and speaking to the interviewer, and she going through, she asked, most of the question that the interviewer asks is like, what on the provincial exam? Because it's like a warm-up break, right? And when she finished it, it's like, you know, you're hired. I'm like, wow. And then, you know, so I'm like, thank God to Makami. Because if we were not trained, they also trained us how to sit to do when we're doing interview, so we can be able to nail it and get it, and just calm, relax, listen. Because sometimes when you do an interview, the interviewer is talking, you're talking, and they may be looking and all of that. So listen quiet so you can be able to, you know. But I'm feeling more relaxed now. To know I'm past the exam and I'm ready for the works now. But I'm not going to stop here because further on I want to do like the RN, maybe skip the LPN, which is the licensed practical nurse, and move on to the registered nurse where I can take it to the next level. Because I'm so into it now, I'm so loving this field now, we are even want to take it to the next level, right? But anyone who is watching, Makami at Doon, and Blanca is here. She's very encouraging, motivating, and everyone here is just amazing. Graduation day, when we were graduating, we all feel so overwhelmed to know that we accomplished the goal that we wanted to accomplish. And we could not do it alone without Makami instructors and advisors' help. So,
Alex, the program is 10 months. The first 4 months, you are coming to the college, learning from your instructors, learning simulations of laboratories. We have all the medical equipment and medical material here. How much confidence or how much time do you need to prepare for those practicum that you have to do at the end of the program? How challenging is that?
It was a little bit on the challenges, nervous side, I would say. It was a little bit on the nervous side because when you're at the college, you're working with mannequin. But when you're out in the working world, you're working with human. So it was a little bit on the nervous side, but the way of how we were trained, we pull it off. When I do my 2 months practicum, and I went out there. The first day, I was very nervous, to be honest with you, because I realized it's not mannequin anymore. It's a human being. I was nervous, but the greatest when you're out there with practicum, they don't let you be alone. They'll let you shadow someone. So if in case you're nervous to do something, they're there to help you. And the first day, to be honest with you, I was nervous for the first 3 hours, but further on gradually, I just worked my way in and I was like up and running.
You have the confidence.
Confidence. So it's all here. You have to build it up here. If you're just gonna tell your mouth by your mouth saying that, oh, I'm nervous and I can't do it, you're just dropping yourself that you cannot do it. But once you build the confidence, you can do it. We can do everything. Right? You can do it.
Right. And how much or how long do you have to prepare for the provincial exam? So you finish your 10 months program, you did your practicum, you pass every module, and then you have a kind of a break before you do the test? Or can you please explain to us the process?
When we finish our practice, the practicum is the last thing that we do.
Mm-hmm.
And when we finish everything, first, if your practicum is not successful, you will not be able to move on to the next step, because that means you're not ready. And Makami is not going to push you into something to fail for you to fail. They push you into because they want us all to succeed. So when we finish everything, I took up to 2 months. But if you're ready, if Christine, which is our instructor for the provincial exam prep, if you realize that you're ready and you're good to go and everything, you're just bubbling, she'll even let you write it, right? Get you going before time. But the goal is just for you, is for Makami training, for you to make sure you pass the practicum exam, because, you know, they want us to succeed. So for me, running into 2 months after.
All right.
Because, you know, I work early in the morning, so I don't really get much rest. Sometimes when I look at myself in the mirror, like some bugs, and sometimes I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? I think I just call it a day and just work and forget about school. But when I think about it, I'm like, no, there's no quitting in my DNA. So I'm going to keep rolling. And yeah, for me, it just take about roughly almost 2 months to get myself ready. And there was some few little things that Miss Christina said I need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
So when she's finished with us, then I make sure I stay around my table home and I work on the things that I need to work on, so I'm ready to get it going. That's what I do.
The challenge of do a test, 100 questions, right?
Yes, so the challenge to do the 100 question, to me, if you got 2 hours, and 2 hours is long, but do not watch the time, because if you watch the time, that is when you're gonna get nervous, because when the time going, you're gonna be like, you know, just selecting answer. Yeah. Just don't watch the time. Just keep focus. You sit, you read through the question. If you don't understand it, you pull it, you flag it, and move on to the next question, and you go back to it, right? But the way I follow the exam setup is it's not like a 2-3 sentence. It's just like sometimes a 1 sentence. It's easy and simple. But the answers is the problem. They're tricky. But how I work it though, the 4 answers, I remove the one that doesn't make sense, kick it to the curb. The next one that doesn't make sense, I kick it to the curb, and then work with the 2 closest, and then boom, I use about 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes with 1 question, because I read it until I get the full understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't just look on the answer, oh, I know it's select, because it can be tricky. And then I realize that the right answer is there, then I select it. And then boom. And that's how I ace it. But at the last point, 2 questions that I go back to, because I saw and I'm like, something doesn't seem right here that I flag. So I use those 2 questions for the last, and I go back to them. Finish 98 question. I think it'll take about an hour and about maybe 20 minutes, I guess,
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
to finish the entire thing. Around that, hopefully. I'm telling.
Congratulations.
And when I finished, I'm always problem to submit, always. So I messaged the proctor and I asked her, "Can I submit?" She's like, "Go for it." And when I pressed the submit button, like all of the eyes like away, and I pressed it, and I see congratulations, I jump out. I didn't even remember there was a practice anymore. I run out and I run to one of the instructor and I told her, "I got it." They were like wondering, "I got it." So like, "What do you got?" Because some of them was not I was doing the exam. And then she told him, "Yeah, he passed." It was the best time ever. But just read the questions, shuffle the answers. Don't just jump and pick an answer because it's tricky. And the answer is always the tricky part.
Right.
Because they mix them up.
Right. One word can change the entire scenario, right?
Exactly.
Also the optional no is correct or anyone is incorrect.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Based on the confidentiality, I would have share some question, but I cannot. So
Okay.
No, absolutely no. Alex, last but not least, we want to thank you for taking your time out of work to come and share your experience with us and with the public that is watching us. What will be your message? What will be like your last quote, or what inspired you to become a healthcare aide, and what are you doing right now? I know there are many questions, but one by one.
we descend to the provincial.
All right. So, as I said, what inspired me to do this? I love work. I love seniors. So we always talk from our mouth saying that, oh, we love helping seniors, but what are we doing about it? And this is to show when I do the course, it's to show me saying that, oh, I love seniors, show that I love them and I love willing to work with them. So that's it. That's why I put it. And I would encourage anyone, if you have a goal that you want to do or something you want to do, don't just say it. Just move towards. Go ahead. Go for it. The sky is the limit, and we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. So just go for it. And again, as I say, I'm not bashing any other college, but I'm just saying, to be honest with you, Makami is the way to go. Come here. There's a system that's set up here that will help you. If you feel that you're struggling and you cannot do any study anymore, because look at me. I'm done with school. I'm too old for that. I can't bother with that anymore. But you're never too old to learn. If you are 100-year-old and you feel like you want to do healthcare aid, you can come and do it. They will make it possible for you. All right? And, the sky is the limit, as I said, and we can do it.
Where are you working right now?
Right now, I cannot call the name of the place that I'm working, but I'm ending up with 2 jobs. And I know later on when I do the RN, as I mentioned, which is the registered nurse, then I will be ending up with 1 job. I don't have to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jobs. I can be able to sleep in my bed at nights and get up on maybe a 9-to-5 work when I can. But for now, I'm loving this field that I selected, and I will do it a million times. And I will encourage everybody, you can do it.
Alex, thank you so much.
Thank you too.
For sharing your story with us. And I hope that the audience there enjoy it. And well, Giuseppe, anything else that you have for us?
No, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Alex, for sharing your passion, share your history, you try to inspire more people. They can live here and they say, what I want to my life, how can help in this world, in this chaotic world, let's say.
And
go ahead.
Sorry, and one thing, since you mentioned that part, I think I'd mentioned it before, but COVID had opened a lot of us eyes. Because as I mentioned before, and it's going to be the last thing I will be closing off with, and nothing more from me. COVID is the reason why a lot of people changed their career, and you will find a lot of people into healthcare, because when I came here, there was so many of us here, And if I do visit the school, so many people doing healthcare because I realized when COVID happened, the only job standing was healthcare. So just do it. You can do it.
Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Alex. And for sure it's the first, but not the last time you have here in Viva Guayil.
all right. Thank you for having me also.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you very much.
And Blanca, see you in the next show with
Yes.
another guest. We don't know, Spanish, French, or English. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.